I share what I'm listening to and my thoughts on music and the business daily for free at helloyassine.com. What's poppin', y'all? It looks like Akademiks' old home, workplace, you could say the place that really took him to the next level or assisted him in getting to the next level, may have snubbed him when you look at the remarks from a bunch of people on X, formerly known as Twitter, because they put out a list of the top 10 most powerful streamers in hip-hop. Keep in mind, this is different from the list of top hip-hop personalities, where Akademiks got number 1 on that one, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering correctly. So they really gave him his flowers on that one, especially after the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. To even try and say that Akademiks wasn't number 1, you're just out of touch. But he's not number 1 on this list, and we're going to go through a couple of names that I think are important. Well, all of these names are important, but to illustrate my point better. But the thing is, they give you a definition of what they believe. So what they say right here in the article. So what do we mean when we say streamer in hip hop? And what does power mean in this context? The figures on our list are content creators who spend a significant portion of time on their platform engaging with rap culture, whether that's commenting on news, premiering new music, hanging out with rappers, or even recording music. This is distinct from streamers who occasionally mention hip hop, but primarily focus on other topics. We're thinking of you, Duke Dennis. And we're not speaking of rappers who game and stream but don't cover the happenings of hip-hop much. T Grizzly. As for powerful, we're ranking streamers based on their impact and influence, as well as their ability to transcend streaming culture. In short, their hip-hop moments regularly go viral and make the news cycle. So off rip at number 10, they've got ImDontai, who transitioned into a streamer many years ago.
I see that I'm on the list. I'm like, oh shit, okay, shout out to them. That's fire. I do appreciate them for even including me in the list when, you know, they didn't have to. All right. But then I see who I'm below. Shout out to Josh. Hold on. I'm gonna like go back in the order. But see, shout out to Neon, bro. Shout out to Neon, and it's nothing against Neon. But for me, when we talk about hip hop, I don't like, my mind didn't immediately click to like, oh shit, like Neon definitely for sure gotta be on this list. So when I seen that, and then I'm like, damn, Neon 8. I'm 10. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But look, I do appreciate Complex, man. It's not an ego thing. It's just you gotta know your worth, bro. I know my impact in things. I know that when it comes to music, especially, people really look to see what I have to say, what my reactions are, and it's for different reasons. 10 is crazy for all this shit I've done, but I mean, we're talking about right now. So if we're talking about right now, like, I understand it. All right. There's people collabing with rappers right now, having rappers on their stream. Playboy Max is doing the In the Booth, which is absolutely fire. If we talk about hip hop, that should be like that. And it within itself should be number 1.
And I think this is an accurate place to have him in the top 10. If he wasn't in the top 10, I'd be a bit, I wouldn't say shocked, but I would think that they didn't do their homework properly, because he did come up on hip hop, but a lot of the stuff that he does on Twitch is personality based, gaming based. And it was really cool to see him transition, because he seemed like he was just not out of his element, but while he was on YouTube, it seemed like it was draining him. And then you could see this like rejuvenated Dante in the stream clips when he got to play video games and really show all these different sides of himself. And he knew that people were following him, not just for reactions, but for his personality, and that included gaming. So he's a mixed streamer right now. I would say he's still hip hop for sure. He's just doing a lot more things. And I mean, SoundCloud era was crazy. So for him, but when they say I wouldn't put him in top 5, or they wouldn't put him in top 5, because they're not regularly going viral and creating conversation. And I think that's partially because Dante doesn't want to do that. If Dante wanted to have his takes on hip hop be heard all the time, he could. You just have to press a couple of buttons if you're him and make that happen. And by press a couple of buttons, I mean give certain opinions that will make it easy for people to spread your stuff. YourRage at number 9. I think that one's kind of obvious. Like, YourRage is hip hop. I think Neon being put here shows these guys are really tapped in, because let's be honest, Neon is a twerp, or was a twerp. I haven't seen much of him in the past several months, to be fair, and people can change and mature, although that's unlikely. But Neon had one of the most authentic moments with LiAngelo Ball and the tweaker being played on there, and that took everything off. So this was a huge moment. He gave him I wouldn't say he gave him a career, but he assisted in him having a career. It was a strong assistance. And he's also done streams and made songs. I mean, he made a song with Lil Pump and Sneeko last year. He's done stuff with Babytron and Dave Blunt, and he was also with Skrilla. So he intersects both content, culture, actually going through experiences with these people. Like, for example, going to Kensington, Philadelphia with Skrilla, and the music part of it as well. So it's really interesting to see how he's intersecting the two, because Neon didn't start off in hip-hop, although of course he was always a fan of hip-hop. But I could see some people feeling like, damn, you got Neon above Dante, but it's the impact. The impact that Neon had this year is undeniable with Tweaker, and what he's consistently done ever since then. I was wondering if DDG was going to be on here. I think this is a no-brainer. I'm pretty sure we all agree on this. DDG, when it comes to content, this guy is it. He's him when it comes to the content game. He's outlasted other people. He's had beefs. He's lost beefs. I would say he lost a Soluminati beef, but he's still here. He's just kicking. He's still rapping. He's streaming. He's vlogging. He's doing any and everything all over the place. I'm just waiting to see him start acting, to be honest. And then, of course, he had that stream where he made the song Pink Dreads. So that's... Granted, I would say, yeah, I think these positions are quite accurate so far. Some people could debate about it, but it is what it is. Zias and B.Lou were always YouTubers. They just started streaming recently. Well, B.Lou has streamed for quite a while. If I recall correctly, him and Zias were hopping on Aiden Ross streams, but then B.Lou started to stream more frequently himself, along with Rice Gum. And then now they linked back up, Zias and B.Lou linked back up to do the streams alongside each other, and now they're giving their opinions more. It's more so like a show segment as opposed to just reactions that they used to have or became known for. And they were one of the early people, or I would say the first group of people to have rappers on there and react to their stuff, but that doesn't have anything to do with their streaming content. So people are talking about those videos back in the day. We're talking about right now, and them being in the lawsuit for Not Like Us for sure puts them in the top 10 of this. They put Shawn Cee here at number 5, where I would venture off to say Neon, Zias, DDG, hell, YourRage, and Dante have had, I wouldn't say maybe Dante, have had more moments spread out. Like Shawn Cee's, from what I've gathered, he kind of transitioned to do like gaming stuff. He used to do music reviews. People put him in the same realm of content type as Anthony Fantano, not in the sharing of opinions necessarily, but just the way that they broke down music. It was mainly music reviews and music fans that watched them, and he leaned more towards hip-hop than a lot of other genres, whereas Fantano explores a wide spectrum of things. But Shawn Cee is kind of a gaming streamer and a hip-hop streamer, and this year, I don't know if I've seen anything like go crazy in terms of the way that YourRage stuff does. And granted, Shawn Cee's been in hip-hop content creation for 7 years, maybe longer. So I would say he's more of a mainstay than a YourRage, whereas some of these other streamers are just part-time hip-hop, if you want to call it that, although I don't even think they think of it like that. But I will say I don't disagree with this position, and him being top 10 here, I think is a pretty good move. I wouldn't have been surprised if they forgot about him. But that just goes to show whoever put this list together is plugged in, man. Number 4, Aiden Ross. This is a no-brainer. This is just a no-brainer. Number 3 is Akademiks. So they don't got Akademiks at number 2 or 1, which is surprising. But Akademiks is the quintessential hip-hop streamer. When you think of hip-hop streamers, there aren't many names, exclusively hip-hop streamers that are killing it. And then you've got personalities. Yeah, Akademiks, he's going viral all the time, whether it's good or bad. I mean, they put some, and what's funny is they put his platform as Rumble here. And they said 99K on Rumble, 899K on YouTube. It's funny because Akademiks had become known for being the Twitch guy, but he got permanently banned on Twitch after that 15-year-old incident. He hasn't been unbanned yet. Usually any other ban that he received, he'd be able to come back rather quickly, whether it was a day ban, 3-day ban, 7-day ban, sometimes even a month ban. But this time, they might have packed him up out of here for good. Although I do think there's possibly a way to appeal it. I don't know. He said he was working on it. Plaqueboy Max.
Okay. All right, they got Rage higher than Dante for music. Just for music though, right? I don't know about that. Just keeping it a buck. Rage my boy, as y'all know. But then Neon, what the damn? They got Neon higher than Dante. What the? I feel like low for Dante's 10 is low key low. I feel like he probably the biggest music reactor, low key. Like, we talking about hip hop. We're not just saying as a streamer. The Jello snippet, that shit did go crazy on bro stream, low key. That shit did go crazy on bro stream. At the start of the year, Neon revolutionized the idea of what it means to pass the whip test while riding around live on Kick. That Leangelo Ball shit did go crazy, bro. It damn near jumpstarted his career, but I don't know though. I don't know. Rage do a lot for music too, though, in my opinion. I think he do it because he touches a lot of different bases, in my opinion. But I don't know. DDG, okay. If there's anyone that's been able to balance hip hop and streaming seamlessly, is DDG. Okay, so out of these four, just where we at? Where do y'all think everyone should be ranked? What do y'all think? DDG do both, and I'm gonna be honest, DDG one of the first things I've seen like come from YouTube or like content creation to take music serious, you know? So I think he deserves his respect. I think everyone on this list deserved to be here. Deserved to be on the list for sure.
Blackboy Max ahead of Akademiks is... Now, if you take the power rankings that they're saying, Blackboy Max is on a weekly basis creating moments in hip hop with rappers, creating songs. Like, he's not just doing content with them, he's making music with them and releasing it. Like Wiz Khalifa, he had Central C. That In the Booth series is working out great for him. So I could see why they put him above Akademiks, but Blackboy Max, he's somewhat of a personality, more so. Like, he came up on the personality and just general content, IRL, just chatting stuff, and music was always a part of it. So for him to be above Akademiks, I think that's I wouldn't put him there, especially because you've got the Cardi release too, where Akademiks had all of the information. So Akademiks is previewing a lot of hip hop stuff, as opposed to just music. Kai Cenat being number one is difficult for me to grasp. I would potentially put Blackboy Max or Akademiks at number one. And the reason for that is my own personal matters, in that if someone is more aligned with hip hop and music and that's the core of their content, then I would rank them higher in power rankings. Versus these guys, it seems like they're just saying, oh, Kai Cenat, which we can all agree, he's going to create a moment. And those clips are going to be everywhere and people are going to be talking about it. And that makes him number one. Yeah, when we're talking about that, there is no way in hell anybody else is holding a candle to him, except maybe Blackboy Max. But even then, the level of content that he's able to engineer, Kai Cenat, he's on another level with it. I mean, he has them, I wouldn't say he has rappers out of their element, but he gets them comfortable doing stuff that they never do. And I think that's an amazing skill by him. But Kai Cenat is purebred personality streamer, and hip hop has always been a part of him. But it's a tough one. It's a safe pick. I would say Kai Cenat is the safe pick here. As for me, whatever people think about Akademiks, when it comes to hip hop, he's got to be number one. But where is No Jumper? That's what I'm asking. Like, No Jumper, these guys have had multiple streams for years on end. Their opinion, especially with Whack 100, although that is a podcast, No Jumper is constantly like making stuff shake, and they've been hip hop for 7+ years, 8 years, maybe 9 at this point. I think it's 9 years, going on 10 years. So for them to not be here at all when they were one of the first platforms to stream like podcasts, and I guess maybe they mean stream in the way that people are interacting with the chat and they're not including live podcasts. I think that's possible reason why they're not on here, but I think No Jumper has to be on here because they're the only outlet that is actually making it relevant with hip-hop. Like, they've got their cast and everything. Even these guys like Complex, Hip Hop DX has a segment now where they've got old journalists and people that are already in the industry, but Adam 22 has been able to get pretty much people off the street and give them a platform and get people to care about their opinions, and those opinions spread. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Go to helloyassine.com, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace.